This week, I spent some time in the field scouting for turkeys ahead of my first ever hunt. It was less about finding birds right away and more about learning the landscape, paying attention to where they move, how they use the terrain, and how everything connects. I'm still really new to this, so a lot of it was just slowing down, observing, and trying to make sense of what I was seeing. It was also a chance to practice with my gear, filming myself, moving through the woods, and figuring out how to capture these moments in a way that feels true to the experience. More than anything, it was a great time being outside, getting a little more familiar with the process and with the place itself before the hunt even begins.
So it's about 7:20 in the morning. I'm out here scouting for turkey. This is my first season and I'm really excited. So what I'm looking for are any type of turkey sign, whether that's tracks in the mud or what might be left of snow, scat, scrapings, which are basically just like kicking up of leaf litter and debris on the floor. And obviously I'm also out here looking and listening for turkeys. And I've just found my first piece of scat right here. Seems somewhat fresh, probably not from today, but maybe from the last few days. And I also found a couple scrapings back here, so I'll show you those in a bit. There's also some deer scat here, so could also be from deer, but I'm not sure. So I made it to this big open clearing, which is a field, and you can see there's some standing crop on the north side of it, and it's up against these standing pine woods. And that's where I think we have a good chance of potentially seeing some sign of turkey, because they really like to roost, like go perch and sleep up in big protected trees. So it's pretty bare along the perimeter of this open field, but I'm hoping that maybe we'll find some good sign over there. So I'm gonna go check it out. So just walking along the edge of this field here, I found these bones. This looks like a big leg bone. You can see the ball joint, probably what goes and connects into the hip. And a smaller piece here. Look like they've been here for a while. They have some moss growing on them and whatnot, but still really cool to see. One of the reasons I'm out here is because I'm totally new to hunting. I've never hunted turkey before, and so I'm just learning, trying to get a sense of the environment where I might be able to find them in the next couple weeks when I have a hunt planned, and really to gather some information. Luckily, I have a good buddy of mine coming out who's pretty experienced, and I've been snapping pictures of what I think are turkey scat all around the edges of where we saw that pine tree line next to the crop field. Here's a good example, just kind of wandering through the forest here, and what sticks out to me is this right here. Now Now that looks like turkey scat to me. Birds often have that white in their scat because they're releasing uric acid as well. I believe that's what it is. Just like reptiles. Birds are basically reptiles with wings. Here's another piece of evidence. This one is definitely cold, so not very fresh. And this one here is also pretty hard, but it's pretty chilly out. And like I said, it'll just be nice to get some confirmation from my buddy. So sending him pics of all these things and gonna see what he thinks. So I've been walking around for a little bit over an hour now at this site, and I haven't heard any gobbles, which are like the really characteristic calls that male turkeys make during the spring breeding season, which is when turkey season, hunting season is. So I think I'm gonna pack up and head back to my truck and hit another site. But I did send those pictures off to my buddy Mark, who has a lot of experience scouting and hunting turkeys, and he did confirm that those were turkey scat. So that's a good sign. I do think there are some turkeys around here, but I might have missed them this morning, or they might just have moved on from this location. So gonna head out and see what else we find today. Made it back to this small little stream, so I'm gonna need to cross that to get back to where I started. And today's been super fun. This is only my second time coming out to scout for turkeys, so I'm still learning for sure, but I have a hunt in about a week that I'm really excited for. And like I said, my really experienced friend is coming out and he's pretty much gonna guide me. And I know we're gonna be doing a lot of scouting in the few days before. From the little I know about turkey scouting and turkey hunting in general, it's best to try and hear the gobbles, so the male's calling, vocalizing in the morning. And the best time to do that is early in the morning, basically right before sunrise. You want to be at the site where you think the gobblers might be. And that just makes scouting several different locations quite tricky, because if it takes several hours to hike out to the place you're trying to scout, then you're obviously not going to be able to be at a different site at the same time. The other reason I'm out here today is because I want to test out my camera equipment. I'd really like to document my first turkey hunt, and I have some other trips coming up this spring and summer that I'm really excited about. So I'm trying to get some practice in, get some hours in, filming myself, filming my environment, so I can document those and hopefully share them with all of you. I was just walking back to my car along this game trail, and I just found some really fresh scat. And I'm really excited because the last time I came out scouting, which is my first time ever, it took me about 5.5 hours to see any real fresh sign of turkey. And it had just snowed, so I was looking for tracks. And I did find some fresh tracks of a big gobbler, big male, which was awesome, but it did take me forever. Today, I've been out here for just a little bit over 2 hours, and I found tons of scat, including this really, really fresh one. So pretty excited about that. I think this is a good site, and I'll definitely be back here to listen in the morning for some calls. It's fresh. All right, well, I made it back to the truck. It's pretty early still, so I still might go check out a couple other spots this morning. I don't expect to hear any turkeys though because it's so late in the day, but I might find some more sign, and if not, I'll definitely be back, and stay tuned because the hunt's next week. I'm at this new location, and I actually put away my camera because the sun's quite high in the sky, so the lighting's not very great, and it's too late to hear any gobbles. But I'm just exploring. There's another crop field here with some pines on this side, so I'm looking for turkey sign, and I came across not fresh but pretty good looking gobbler tracks, so male turkey tracks that I want to show you. The way you can tell that this is a gobbler, a male turkey, is because this middle finger is longer than the two fingers on the side, and also the fingers are very spread apart. So a female turkey will have much shorter fingers, and they will be less spread apart, and that middle finger will be more evenly sized. So these aren't fresh. The way you can tell is because when I press on this mud is quite dry. So if I were to make an imprint, it doesn't look the same. But turkeys were here. I'm right along this fenced off area. It's a wildlife habitat improvement project by the National Wild Turkey Federation. And I could have sworn I heard some turkey purrs, which is a type of call that I'm pretty sure females primarily make. And so I've just gotten real low, stopped moving. I'm not wearing camo or anything. Turkeys have excellent eyesight, so they could spot you hundreds of yards away in the forest. And I'm wearing bright orange, so not doing it great, but still learning and having a good time. There's a hawk. Anyway, I don't hear the purring anymore, but if I do, I'll try to get some on camera. I knew I heard purring. Oh, I'm so excited.
been a few minutes and I'm pretty sure the hens have moved on. I'm so excited. This is the first time I've seen turkeys in the field while actively looking for them. I'm not gonna pursue them further. I don't want to push them off just in case we come back to this site. But yeah, this is super great news. It was also really cool to hear the purring and some of the clucks and yelps and whatnot, which are female calls, because some of them are quite distinct, like purring, and so I didn't know what else it could be, and so I'm really happy to have kind of confirmed that there were these female hens here. Anyways, super excited. Hopefully that means there's a big gobbler around for next week. All right, well, that was super fun. Headed back to the truck now and gonna head home, review some of this footage, think about what kind of shots I want to get for the hunt, and chat with my friend Mark, think about these 2 different sites I came to and the other one that I had come to a while ago. But anyways, I had so much fun being out in the field, scouting for turkeys. I'm so excited that we found some hens and some sign as well. So we'll see how it goes, but stay tuned for the hunt. Stay tuned for some new videos, and thanks for sticking around. Bye.